Some deserts are empty, or so we thought. Hidden beneath the burning sands, incredible secrets lie buried. Civilizations lost to time. Stones carved with messages no one can read. Machines older than history itself. And every discovery raises one chilling question. Who built them? And why did they vanish? Today we uncover the most mysterious desert discoveries the world wasn't ready for. But some secrets were meant to stay buried. The desert stretched endlessly, a sea of burning gold. The sun beat down without mercy. For centuries, travelers whispered stories of strange shapes rising from the sand. No one believed them. Only the wind and the sand knew the truth. In 1932, a lone archaeologist named Carl ventured into the heart of the Sahara. He carried nothing but a small map, a compass, and unshakable curiosity. Days passed, and the desert seemed to swallow him whole. Then, as he climbed a high dune, he saw something unusual, a perfect pyramid, half buried and gleaming under the scorching sun. It didn't match any known records. No civilization had built pyramids here, or had they? The stones were smooth, too perfect to be natural. Strange symbols were etched along the edges, glowing faintly in the sunlight. Carl traced them with his fingers, feeling a vibration through his hand. The ground beneath seemed alive. At night, he camped nearby. Stars above shone bright, but he couldn't sleep. Shadows moved strangely around the pyramid. Whispers of an ancient language seemed to float on the wind. He realized he wasn't alone. Something watched him from the dunes. By morning, Carl vanished. Only his notebook remained, filled with sketches of the pyramid and symbols plus one chilling warning. Do not dig. Some secrets are not meant for human eyes, but that was only the beginning. The desert had more secrets, and they were ready to reveal themselves to the world if anyone dared to look deeper. Years later, satellites spotted something strange beneath the sands. In the middle of the Gobi Desert, a faint outline of a city appeared. Streets, towers, and plazas, all perfectly aligned but completely buried. A team of scientists and explorers was sent. As they dug, they found doors carved from stone, sealed tightly as if someone had locked them centuries ago. Inside, murals showed beings taller than humans, with strange eyes that seemed to glow. Some rooms were filled with metal objects that resembled machinery, yet no one could figure out their purpose. The desert wind howled through broken walls, echoing like whispers from a lost civilization. Suddenly, one of the explorers disappeared. His footprints ended abruptly in the corridor. No sign of struggle. Only the machines hummed softly, as if alive. The team realized the city wasn't abandoned. By accident, it was waiting. Waiting for someone to disturb it, in a remote desert in South America. Giant stone heads appear to stare blankly across the dunes. Some are taller than a house, their eyes carved so perfectly they seem alive. Local legends told of gods who once walked the earth. Western explorers dismissed them, but when drones flew overhead, the heads were arranged in perfect circles patterns that mirrored constellations in the sky. Archaeologists scratched their heads. How could people of that era move stones this heavy without modern tools, and why? Replicate stars on the ground. At night, the desert winds carried an eerie sound like faint chanting. Campers reported lights moving among the heads, but no one was ever seen. The stone faces had secrets, ancient and silent, but somehow they were speaking to those who dared to listen. In a desert in North Africa, explorers found flat, shiny surfaces scattered across the sand. They reflected sunlight like mirrors, but made of a material that no one could identify. Touching them made some people dizzy. Others swore they saw vision cities rising and falling, skies turning red, strange creatures walking alongside humans. Scientists debated for years. Were they natural crystals, alien technology, or portals to another world? Some disappeared near the mirrors, never to be seen again. The desert seemed alive, reacting to every step, every breath. Wherever or whatever place these mirrors had, knowledge far beyond modern humans. And it was still hiding, waiting, watching. A massive black monolith appeared in the Arabian desert overnight. So people claimed. It was perfectly smooth, standing at 30 feet, with no visible seams. Rumors spread like wildfire. Was it a prank? It's an alien artifact? Governments investigated but could not explain how it appeared or why it resisted all attempts to move it. Locals reported strange phenomena. Compasses spun wild. Radios went silent. Animals refused to approach. And at night, faint pulses of light radiated from the anomaly. Like a heartbeat. Explorers and scientists were drawn to it, some with awe, some with fear. But those who touched it reported visions of deserts not on Earth, skies filled with tube, suns and cities floating in clouds. In the named desert, explorers unearthed metal fragments unlike any known aircraft. Some resembled airships from the early 1900s, but with advanced technology that shouldn't exist yet. Parts were covered in symbols similar to ancient scripts. As the team reconstructed a fragment, it hummed to life. Lights blinked, and a small compartment opened but nothing inside. Windstorms tore across the desert, uncovering more fragments in perfect alignment, forming patterns no one could decipher. It became clear these were not just vehicles, they were messages or perhaps warnings. Then, a massive sandstorm hit. When it cleared, part of the desert seemed shifted, revealing something enormous beneath the dunes, something that should not have survived time in the Namib Desert. Explorers unearthed metal fragments unlike any known aircraft. Some resembled airships from the early 1900s, but with advanced technology that shouldn't exist yet. Parts were covered in symbols similar to ancient scripts. As the team reconstructed a fragment, it hummed to life. Lights blinked, and a small compartment opened but nothing inside. Windstorms tore across the desert, uncovering more fragments in perfect alignment, forming patterns no one could decipher. It became clear these were not just vehicles, they were messages, or perhaps warnings. Then, a massive sandstorm hit. When it cleared, part of the desert seemed shifted, revealing something enormous beneath the dunes, something that should not have survived time.